Welcome back to Hot Topics TV, y'all. If you've never been here before, just go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Click the bell next to the subscribe button so you are notified every time a new video goes up on Hot Topics TV. Let's get right into this one. So I goes over to Law and Crime to figure out, what's the latest, what's going on with this YNW Melly murder trial. I know that the state is supposed to bring its last witness to the stand. Now, what that means is once the state brings its last witness to the stand, the state will then probably do its closing argument, or the state will then not closing argument. The state will then leave the floor open for the defense, which is Melly's lawyers, to come in and rebuttal everything that the state had laid out before the jury. After that is when closing arguments will come in, and then the jury will go into deliberation. They'll take everything they've heard back to a room with them, and they'll stay there, probably locked up in some hotel room somewhere, and they'll stay there until they come up with a decision, right? Guilty, not guilty, mistrial, whatever the case may be. Listen, I'm looking at this and it says YNW Melly double murder trial. Court has been canceled until Monday because YNW Melly's attorney is sick. Oh my God. It's July 13th. The headline says courts canceled until Monday. Today is Thursday. So they get Thursday off, they get Friday off. And then they'll do their little thing Saturday and Sunday and come back on Monday. Honestly speaking, I think this is just to buy some time, because that prosecution crushed it. Now, the defense, if they really want to win this case, they're going to have to come harder than hard. Pause. I'm just saying. Now, according to Law and Crime, stay updated in the double murder trial of YNW Melly, whose birth name is Jamal Demons. The upcoming star is accused of killing two of his friends, also rappers, then staging the murder as a drive-by shooting in the Miami area. That drive-by shooting was proven by forensics science that it never happened. Damn. Detective Mark Moretti, who is the state's last witness. Detective Mark Moretti, he takes the stand first thing Wednesday morning, spent about 2 hours reviewing text messages and reading them out loud to the jury. The defense verbally motioned for mistrial, again, claiming that some of the text messages are destroying YNW Melly's image. The judge was like, yeah, whatever, man. Denied. Another mistrial denied. Here's the thing about the YNW Melly case, man. His attorneys, they basically have nothing that can actually free him. You know, when you have an alibi and the alibi is so strong that they have no choice but to look in the next direction because it shows that it's not you. In the YNW Melly murder trial, his defense does not have any of that. So what they have to do, and the state is coming pretty strong. So what they have to do in defense is hope and pray and be very vigilant for the moment when the prosecution makes any type of mistake, and they could jump up and say, Your Honor, we move for a mistrial. They have to wait to capitalize off of any mistakes that's going to be made by the prosecution. That's their best bet. They don't have anything after that, because so far the prosecution has painstakingly, but beyond the shadow of a doubt, put that phone as YNW Melly's phone, and then put YNW Melly in that vehicle with that phone, with everybody else that was in that vehicle at the location of the murder when the murder took place. Don't let that get past you. And that's where it's at. So with that right there, that's what it's going to be for him, man. He was there. His phone was there. He was there with his phone. He conspired. He set this up. He probably was a part of it. Now, that's the only thing. The debate at the end of the day is going to come down to who actually pulled the trigger that killed these two men. Sack Chaser and YNW Juvie. Was it Bortland or was it YNW Melly? There's no question. Even if Melly is not the shooter, even if the jury is still not sure at the end of the prosecution's laying out their case, even if the jury is still not sure, well, damn, they didn't give us anything that says Melly is the definite shooter. Even if they didn't, which I think they already did, forensics did. Forensics shows that the bullets that killed both Sack Chaser and Juvie came from exactly where we saw Melly get in the vehicle and was sitting right there behind the driver's seat on the left side of the vehicle. A lot of people said, damn, this a drive-by, but they're not paying attention to the fact that a drive-by on the right side of your vehicle would leave bullet holes on the right side of your vehicle. Also, the people who died who were sitting on the right side of that vehicle would have caught those bullets on the right side of their body where the bullets came flying from. The bullets that killed them came from the left side. Trajectory, science shows, forensics shows that it came from the left side and they were hit on the left side of their body. So unless them bullets could have like flew into a moving car and then and bent the corner and turned all the way back and then hit them, which is impossible, it's a done deal for Melly. So what this really comes down to at the end of the day is Bortland is going to have to fight like hell for his life, and Melly's attorneys are trying to free Melly. They don't give a damn about Bortland. They don't care about Bortland. Bortland's going to have to fight on his own with his own attorney in his own trial. That's why they gave them two separate trials, right? So if they find now that Melly is not the shooter, they're probably going to lean more towards Bortland being the shooter and pin the shooting role on Bortland when Bortland goes to trial. Now, Melly still cannot walk away from this one because he was there, and they've proven that he was there. Now, these text messages that they just went through, man, these text messages are damaging as hell. That's why his lawyers jumped up and said, mistrial. We move for a mistrial. That's some damning ass text message because rumors were out there that they were having a fight over money before, right? That was only rumors. Remember, YNW Juvie's dad did an interview and he spoke about that. Okay, well, to see proof of it in text message form back and forth, damn, what does that say to you? It says that it's true. They were having a dispute, a constant dispute over money issues, right? And could have been that's how it turned out. Anyhow, end of the day, this detective, Mark Moretti, he's nothing to be played with. This man is confident as hell. So the defense verbally motions for mistrial, claiming some of the text messages that they were going over in court are damaging to Melly's image. The judge denied the motion for mistrial. A judge is not just going to frivolously throw out a mistrial in a case where the state has invested 5 years of researching and putting all this stuff together and waited and put all this more stuff together and put all these experts in one place. It's going to take more than a simple, the pictures, mistrial. It's not going to be that easy. The judge wants to see this through himself. The judge wants to know himself what the hell took place in this situation. Now, when the court came back from lunch recess, the court was made aware that YNW Melly's attorney was sick and wished to go home. The judge decided to cancel the remainder of the trial for the week, and the court resumes on Monday, July 7th at 9 a.m. So, man, after he got that denied of a mistrial, come on now. Don't tell me that he just suddenly got sick. He got denied a mistrial. He called out for a mistrial, got denied it, and then they called for a recess and he said he's sick and he needs to go home. He's sick, all right. He's sick because he sees them losing this case. He is sick because he sees Melly getting a life sentence in prison. He's sick because he'll be that high-profile lawyer that took this high-profile case and Melly got sent to prison. Don't forget, how they came about to be his defense. Isn't this the same people that came recommended by Boosie or Lil Boosie to defend Melly? Okay. Now, a lawyer can make a lot of bones off of a case like this. It's high profile. It looks like Melly is going to prison for sure. And you are so skilled as an attorney that you managed to get him off. Every other rapper out there, as soon as they get in trouble, they will be coming to look for you as their attorney. So that means there's a whole lot of money to be made. This is like handing out your business card in a circle where millions of dollars are floating around, right? So to lose it, it'll be like, don't ever call them, call somebody else. Here are the case details according to Law and Crime. So in October of 2018, YNW Melly's best friend, Cortland Henry, aka YNW Bortland, he shows up to a Miami area hospital claiming that his friends were hit during a drive-by shooting. He said that they were bleeding outside in the car, according to the rapper's arrest affidavit. Williams, who is aka known as YNW Sack Chaser, and Thomas, aka YNW Juvie, they were found dead with multiple gunshot wounds. Henry told detectives that he just left the recording studio with Williams and Thomas in Fort Lauderdale when a car pulled up and started shooting. You see, when he told that story, he never said he left the studio with YNW Melly and with Sack Chaser and Juvie. He conveniently left Melly out of it. This is the problem. And this is where, when they first questioned Melly and asked him if he was there, he said no. And then they pulled up the video that showed him leaving the studio, going into the vehicle that Bortland did not tell the police he was in, and that he himself denied he was in until we saw him get in. Problems. Henry said that he was able to duck from the bullets, but Williams and Thomas were hit. And again, more problems, because the drive-by was from the right side of the car. Now, when police arrived to the crime scene, they found no evidence that there had been a shooting. As officers investigated, surveillance videos showed that Melly, Henry, Williams, and Thomas together in a car when Henry claimed the shooting happened. This is how the surveillance video put it. They were all in it, including Melly. After looking at phone data and blood splatter evidence, detectives determined that the group were together the night of the crime, and the victims were shot, not from outside, but from inside the car. Listen, stay tuned, because it's going down. And you already know, I made my prediction. And my prediction is, I hope Melly could handle a lot of years in prison. This is a double murder case. So the least he's going to walk away with is life in prison. Leave your comments in the comment section below. Hit that subscribe button. And I'll catch you on the next video. It's Hot Topics TV. I'm out. Peace.